we have to keep it green. Start somewhere and finish somewhere. Keep it green.
Come out with us and play. Love your London. Have a banana. Are we allowed to hug?
We're allowed to hug.
Are we allowed to hug? Hello there, Sharon. Well, welcome to our space.
Yeah,
Not at all.
well, hopefully it'll keep being a space.
So, as you know, at Love Your London, we take regeneration and developments very, very seriously. We've just done a special on the Truman Brewery in Brick Lane, but it's not just buildings that we want to protect. It's also the green spaces. Like here, we're in Peckham Green. I know we're not doing Peckham for quite a few more years, but we made we made an exception this time because we are here with my very good friend Lewis Schaffer. Now, Lewis Schaffer is a very, very well-known comedian from New York. He came to fame when he was the MC at the Comedy Cavern in New York City.
Comedy Cellar in the Boston Comedy Club.
Yeah, warming up for people like Jerry Seinfeld and stuff like that. How on earth did you get into this eco-activism?
Well, I stumbled across this space. I found out what they were building. They're building all over Southwark Council, and they wanted to produce new houses, which we're not against new houses, but on the map this says this is not a park, but it looks like a park to me. It's used like a park. It's called a park. People call it a park. So they were going to build houses here.
And what's the local? I mean, there's obviously just been some council elections. Are there any allies that have been voted in, perhaps?
No, because they haven't had the council elections. They had the London Assembly elections. So we have no allies.
You have no allies.
We do have allies. There's lots of allies, and probably in all the parties.
Yeah.
The thing is, this is not a political issue. What's happened is that councils everywhere in London have been taken over by developers. They become like zombie councils. They look like Labour, they act like Labour, or they look like Conservatives, or they act like Conservatives. But when it comes to building, they're totally developers.
Yeah.
Whether they're Lib Dems. I tell you, the Greens could be elected and they'd still be doing environmental damage.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Possibly.
So what exactly are the plans? What's happening here in this space?
The plans are, first of all, this is called the flax yard site. Even though there was no yard here, there was no flax. It's an old. There's been many layers of buildings here. Yeah. So this is rubble underneath here. And what the council is doing is they're putting 168 homes. Where we are standing will be a big tall building. Over there will be a big tall building. It'll be all the way over there. 168 homes. And 72 of them will be privately sold. So the council is saying, hey, we're building council houses, but they're building privately sold homes.
I mean, obviously, I completely agree with you, but playing devil's advocate, there is a need for new homes. What solution do you think there should be in order to alleviate the housing situation that we have in London at the moment?
Well, here's another thing. There's a need for green space. How do you solve the need for green space? You don't build on it, definitely. So we support new housing, generally speaking. You don't build it on parks, period. You find another solution. Yep. There's thousands and thousands of homes that are vacant, and there are thousands of buildings that could be used or that could be reused. And we don't know what the need is because the population of London has dropped by 10 or 20% in the past coronavirus year. Yeah. So we don't know.
What is it you're planning on doing in order to stop this development? I mean, I know that you have a history of trying to stop development
and winning
with the cemetery, with the Nunhead Cemetery.
Not Nunhead Cemetery, Camberwell Old Cemetery.
Sorry.
Camberwell Old Cemetery, and we won in my estate primary court, and we also won at the whatchamacallit, at Brenchley Gardens, and all the other estates we're winning.
You're winning.
And the reason we're winning is because you don't build on parks, and you don't build on parks in poor communities which do not have parks.
And how has this already gone through any planning application?
It's all through planning permission.
It's been agreed, or?
It's been agreed. They're building. They're going to be building. But we are going to stop them. You asked how we're going to win.
Yeah.
We're going to win because this is such an egregiously green thing to do, to be building on a green space. It's so wrong, it cannot stand.
And you're going to be doing Are you going to be taking direct action, or how far would you take it? Would you be willing to take it?
I don't know if I can say that I'm going to take it.
Right, okay.
I can't. First of all, I'm not taking direct action. I'm a coward. But we are embarrassing them, and that's what matters. You are here, and that's all that matters.
That's great. Well, Love Your London is always here to try and fight.
To help people with embarrassment and up the embarrassment.
Yeah. Well, I am an LYL person.
Yes.
Which is love your London.
Thank you. We're really, really honoured that you enjoy our channel.
Every bit helps. Every bit helps.
That should be another T-shirt. LY.
All right. Well, special edition.
So your name is Fyre. F-I-R-E.
F-Y-R-E. Yeah. Fyre.
And you are a local resident here?
Hallelujah.
And what does this green space mean to you?
Oh my God, I know me alone it mean to. It mean to kids, dog, old people. You know we go on, let me tell you something, yeah? It's a green space. Green space save mental mad people. Yeah? It's a green space. Green space save obesity. It's when we're not in a green space, yeah? And you see we in our house and we eat and we drink, yeah? The missus tired, we see you. You haul up on the missus space, yeah? This and that and do this and that, yeah? Problem. Rest by your mind, yeah? You have to go look something to eat, you get fat, yeah? Something you can't take the pressure, you even have to go for medication. When you have the green space and when you have the park where you can come walk, drink a beer, get some fresh air, yeah, meet somebody and hold a reasoning, yeah. Sometimes you can't tell somebody a problem and then we listen to you, share something, and that's the way it is, yeah. Green space is important. Yeah, green space is important. Yeah, you can't have school lesson and you have to build up something else. Nobody now going to breathe good. We want to breathe fresh air, man. We want to breathe fresh air so we can live longer. We want to live long. We want our kids them to live long. You don't want to live in a concrete jungle, brother. No, man, we want to keep it green. All the way green. Yeah?
Yeah,
we'll keep it green to the world.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes,
thank you very much.
All right.
Wise words there from Fyre, local resident. So what next for this lovely little green space? We really, really hope that you will join the fight. There's details, there's loads of social media hashtags and stuff that's appearing on your screen now, where you can get involved. Every Saturday at 5 p.m, at least until the victory against the developers is won, there are going to be meetups like this at Peckham Green. Use postcode SE155QJ to locate it and join in the fun. In the next part of this video, we are going to be showing a very few short snippets from some of the speeches that were given by the assembled crowd. Since I'm aware that may not be everybody's cup of tea, we'd better now take the chance to remind you to like this video, because it really helps with the YouTube algorithms, to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already, to share it on any social media that you use, and if you're feeling flush, you can sponsor us on Patreon as well. Now over to today's speakers, and don't worry, this is not going to be one of our long videos, but it will give you an idea, if nothing else, of the broad spectrum of support that this campaign has across different communities. Hashtag you don't build on parks.
He's lovely. He's lovely. He's lovely. He's lovely. And we love London, so love your London. Love your London. Love your London.
Keep London green.
Keep London green.
All the way.
All the way. And so we're going to have Fyre speak in a second. I've got some very good news to tell you, which is Bell's Garden is on fire with people caring. The BBC came today to Bell's Garden, and they told the estate that they were thinking about putting it on pause, which means that they're very afraid. Southwark Council is very afraid, and so that is good news. That is not a victory, but that's an indication that we are heading in the right direction in terms of victory. Okay? We're heading in the right direction. There's only one way to beat these people, which is to humiliate them in public. Private actions, negotiations with them, sending objections in, they have no effect on them. The only thing that gets them is letting the world know what a horrible council they are. And the thing is, we all know councillors, and they all seem nice, and we all know people who work at the council, and they all seem nice. But they have been taken over by developers. They are not real people anymore. They are a zombie council, right? They're not real people. Did you want to say something? We've got people from all different groups, okay? And that's what makes this organization good. We're expedient, so we'll hang out with anybody, okay? Even me, all right? I'm introducing you.
Residents are not being listened to. They're being ignored. They're not being consulted. They're being totally ignored. Remember, next year you got the local elections. If everyone is brave enough, people, and you remember what they're trying to do now, you can vote these people out. Okay? Be brave.
Be brave. Okay, very good point. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. I don't know if politics is a good mix on this thing, but okay. All right, what else are we? How about the members of the Communist Party coming in and speaking? Yes. Zaha. Who wants to speak on behalf of the Communist Party? Something's wrong in the world where the Communist Party are more acceptable than other parties. This is Zaha. How do you pronounce your name?
Yeah, close enough.
Close.
Hi, so I'm from a Communist Party called Red Fightback. We're getting involved because we think that, gentrification is systematically, works to displace working class people of colour predominantly. We're seeing it happen in Brixton, in Elephant, in Croydon, here. I'm running low, and we think that power needs to be located in working class communities, and we think that we need to organise in order for that to happen. So and this is one really important way of doing that.
Yeah, this is exactly the continued kind of campaign against working people, against communities. And this is how the political economy of this country has worked for centuries. You take the common land, you turn into private property, kick people off the land, wherever they go doesn't matter as long as you make your profits. But the same thing is happening all over London, all over the country. If we don't understand that these things are connected, if we don't actually stand together to lead a mass campaign against these things, nothing's gonna happen. It's always gonna be, you win one fight today, you win Bell's Gardens, they built here, you win here, they try again in Bell's Gardens, they try again in Aylsham. It's all gotta be one fight. And like Lewis was saying earlier, it's gotta be public. Take the fight to them. Don't let them fight you on their own terrain. Don't let them choose the terrain on which they'll fight you. Go exactly where they are and, publicly struggle for what we are owed ultimately, which is our own space.
That's totally true. Like what you said is you don't go to where they want you to fight them because you can't win. That's why you cannot participate in consultations because they're rigged. You can't participate in objections that they're rigged. It's their rigged playing field. What we have to do, that's totally spot on. They want to drag you in so that they beat you where they can. Like they will say this, well, if you don't want to build here, where do you propose building? Well, it's not for us to propose building. Maybe if you stop destroying the houses of the working people, we wouldn't have to build on parks. Okay? Yeah. That's what it's about. It's about
a human right.
It's a human right, and whether it's a human right or not, it's a human right for them not to destroy people's homes. Forget about building homes. First start with you don't destroy. You don't destroy nature and you don't destroy people's homes. The mayor of Peckham Green, don't say anything yet, I gotta get my camera ready. Okay, please welcome Fyre.
Come like these people, them not have no feelings for kids, them not have no feelings for the elderly, them not have no feelings for nobody. First and foremost, everybody need fresh air, which is right. Yeah? Because without fresh air, can't live good. And we're not going to live long. The kids them need it. Old people need it. Yeah? The green is very essential to everyone. Dog, kids, old people, young people, you name it. Yeah? So when we want to save a little green space so that the kids them and the old people them can full joy a thing, and that's what we want to do. We don't want no more obesity. We don't want no more mental health. Make we have little freedom where we can run up and down in the park, do little exercise, do whatever we want, man. Make we save something. That's we can have something. Keep it green, that's all I can say. We have to keep it green. Yeah. Start somewhere and finish somewhere. Keep it green. Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. Fyre. When you go home tonight, you can think, what can I do? Who can I write? Who can I send an email to? Who can I, whatever, do? Yeah. First of all, there are too many people taking things. Come in.
Yeah, we have to keep it green.
Keep it green.
Yeah.
Keep it green. Keep it green.
You gotta wave your hands in the air. Like.
Okay, go in and I'll take a picture.
Yeah, keep it green. Yeah, hallelujah green.
Okay, oh good. Okay.
Woo, gonna win!
And so endeth another successful Saturday afternoon of campaigning by Lewis Schaffer. You can join him, Fyre and friends every Saturday at 5 p.m. for the foreseeable future. Do check out all the social media links and information in the description below. While we can appreciate that there is a need for new housing, this should never be at the expense of green spaces. This park is used not just for recreation and keeping fit, as Fyre was saying, but for all sorts of reasons. Just last week, the space was even being used to carry out an outdoor religious service. This campaign, however, has certainly got momentum. We made the South London press. There's yours truly. And this weekend just gone, on Saturday the 5th of June, we returned to the park for a picnic and the ITV cameras were there, so we even got on the ITV news. Well done to everyone involved. Keep up the good work, but most of all,
keep it green. Yeah.
Till next time.
From Acton Town to Wimbledon, from Brixton to Beyond, love your London, have a banana.